Look at any UK banknote. £5, £10, £20, £50. Right at the top it says, "I promise to pay the bearer on demand the sum of £10. It sounds fancy, like the Bank of England is whispering, "Hey, I got you, friend. I've got your tenner somewhere, probably under a mountain of gold coins." This little sentence actually carries over 300 years of history, law, and money evolution, and it's surprisingly dramatic for a few words printed on paper. The Bank of England was founded in 1694 to help the government raise money for wars. Back then, gold and silver coins were heavy, inconvenient, and a nightmare to carry around. People would lug around piles of coins like medieval weightlifters just to buy a loaf of bread. To fix this, the bank issued promissory notes, basically IOUs. Hand the bank a note, and they promise to give you the equivalent in gold or silver coins. The phrase "I promise to pay the bearer" literally meant that whoever held the note could demand their gold. So if you were unlucky enough to carry a pile of coins, you could now carry one little slip of paper instead, and instantly feel like a wizard of finance. Every note is signed by the chief cashier of the Bank of England. The signature is the bank saying, "Yep, this note is legit. I personally vouch for it. Don't blame me if it disappears in a vending machine." Back in the day, signatures were handwritten, so every note was basically a mini autograph. Some collectors today pay hundreds or thousands of pounds for old signatures from chief cashiers of the 1800s, proving that even back then, having a famous signature could make you rich. By the 19th century, ordinary people couldn't swap notes for gold coins anymore. Gold reserves were mostly for banks and governments. Today, our banknotes are fiat money, meaning their value comes from trust in the bank and the government, not shiny metals. The sentence, "I promise to pay the bearer," remains as a historical flourish, reminding us that our money started as a literal promise. Now it's mostly symbolic, but still carries authority. You could even imagine the bank winking at you, saying, "We don't have gold for you, but trust me, this paper is worth 10 quid. Seriously." The phrase makes the note legal tender, meaning you must accept it for debts. It's the law, like a tiny magical contract printed on paper. Removing it would require a massive legal overhaul, so it persists as tradition and a bit of theatrical flair. Your £10 note isn't just money. It's officially recognized, signed, and backed by centuries of banking authority. Early notes were handwritten and later printed for consistency and security. They often had fancy borders, watermarks, and anti-counterfeit bling, making them look like tiny pieces of art. Even in the US, old notes included similar formal promises. This note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. Every banknote travels from pocket to pocket, making each person a temporary bearer of the bank's promise. It's like a tiny paper-based adventure across the country. Collectors love old notes, especially those with rare signatures or historic designs. Some are worth far more than their face value, so technically that £10 note in your wallet might secretly be a treasure chest. The sentence connects modern citizens to centuries of banking history. Even though coins are mostly obsolete, psychological trust keeps paper money valuable. It's also a reminder that money is more than paper or metal. It's a shared agreement, a promise, a contract that society honors. Every time you hand over a note, you're participating in a tradition that started in 1694, which is both historic and slightly magical.